between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gauden. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Again, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
Wester on the return. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Now 2nd and 3. yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field with his traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Jackson going to keep it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for the end zone. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Just when you want on a first down run, call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed, but that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Henry is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Able to slither by. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey. So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower. Because he's got to get more distance, that means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
They were backed up behind the sticks, but he still found a way to make that first down happen. That's the kind of fight every coach hopes his franchise quarterback has in him. Look a tough situation like that in the eye and come up with a solution on the spot.
A first down carry for Henry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're saying from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Pushes him over. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. 18 yards for Derrick Henry, as his guys are able to extend their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now a pitch out to Williams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Prescott now. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here's Prescott. Finding Pickens for another catch. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Prescott off play action. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he is going to lose yardage here. Off the edge and right to the ball that time was Kyle Van Noy.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pickens on the slant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That is caught. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good. Cowboys. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Ravens offense and Derrick Henry set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Jackson now. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Here's Jackson to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it.
Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
On his loop for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. This one swung out to Williams. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 6. They give it to Williams, running right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and inches at the Ravens 15-yard line.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed and go for a touchdown, but the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Prescott to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Prescott. Screen play set up for Williams. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
This is Lamb on the end around. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now Prescott. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. That is a big fella. Nnamdi Madubuike forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So on fourth down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. A short throw caught by Andrews. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Jackson to Bateman there for the Baltimore first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Gauden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half as we are about to get underway. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Shifts by him, and he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Draw play. This is Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And the busy night for Henry continues. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this down inside the 45.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Baltimore.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Jackson. With a catch made by Hopkins. They'll give him 4 yards there. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
To throw again is Jackson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A 55-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's good for the Cowboys. First down.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have cut the lead back down to 2. And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. There's the stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Again, it's Henry. Powers through it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jackson going to run. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And his kick is indeed good. And with it, they'll take the lead at 24-21. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Completes this one to Pickens. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry. Prescott now.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from third and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
2nd down and 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Flowers. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Gain of 6. That's good for Baltimore. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. Pushing his way through. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A first down carry for Henry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go play action with Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
2nd down and a yard. Jackson options out left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points in. Let's get it back and go on and score again. Can he get it done?
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Cowboys 24.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. The busy night continues for Williams. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Second and 9. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and he hooked up there for a first down.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 8. Prescott. Pickens is there in the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. George Pickens, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Aubrey now for the point after. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The visitors' offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Bust through the tackle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and goal 4-yard line.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Luke now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for a while in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just check it.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Prescott. He finds Pickens over the middle. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's first and 10. Here's Dak. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. For that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
At the 5-yard line.
Now first and goal. Here's Prescott. Caught left side, Williams. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Now Dak. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come up first and 10 here. Here's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that decides it. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, That's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gauden. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.